What's up, guys? Midwest Tour Review here, back again. So I don't have a lot of battery power, so I'm just kind of gonna get right into this one here. So we finally scored ourselves a John Deere 316 yard tractor. I've been looking for one for a long time now, and I finally found one on Craigslist, believe it or not. I haven't been on Craigslist in probably a couple of years at least, maybe even more, maybe like 3-4 years. And this one here was on there for, I think, 300. We ended up getting it for 200. And no, actually it was 260. We got it for 260. I'm sorry. And now we are going to be in the process of getting it up and running. And I'm not going to call it a restoration. We're not going to restore it. What we're going to do is we are going to freshen it up. That's what we're going to call it, a freshening up of what is already there, meaning that we're going to pull the decals off. We are going to sand down the body, remove any rust, repaint it, clear coat it, maybe even give the engine a little bit of a bedazzle and get that all cleaned up as well. There are a number of hoses that are on the tractor that I feel need to be replaced. There are some questionable lines and other things, or what lines? Questionable wires, rather, that I see. There's some things that are unplugged. I don't know if that's from the factory or if something was bypassed. So it's got a Kohler, I think a Kohler engine in this one here. I know there's some that have an Onan motor. Maybe the Onans were for the 318s. I'm not real sure. Probably have to hit Neil up at Dig Drive DIY. If you guys have never checked out his channel, he is a John Deere fanatic, and he knows a lot about these tractors as well as this, a few others as well. So. But nonetheless, it's got a Kohler engine in it. The engine did turn over today. It did run. We are having an issue with getting fuel, pulling fuel from the tank. So I'm going to be working on that. I'm not going to do it tonight. I thought I was going to work on it, and I'm not going to do that tonight. I think I'm going to work on it tomorrow. I don't have any New Year's plans. I don't really celebrate New Year's Eve or New Year's Day. I don't do any of that. So, but I'm just tired. I don't feel like working on it tonight. I did order the side cowl here. There's a cowl that goes on the side on both the passenger and driver side, if you will, the left and right. I did order that today. I'm going to be ordering parts periodically to kind of get this thing back up to date. Lots of research, I guess, is going to be needed in order to know what should be here versus what is not here. And we'll go from there. But it's a decent looking unit. I don't see an hour meter. I just noticed that this one here, I see what would have been the hour meter holder, which I don't think it fell down in there. It doesn't look like it did, but I think the hour meter would have been installed here. So I don't know how many hours is on this unit. I don't see it anywhere else. So we just don't know. So, but the engine sounds good, and nonetheless, you can, put a Robin engine in here. You can do a lot of different things with these tractors. But from what I've been hearing, I know Watch West work. He worked on a 318, which I think is very similar to the 316, or vice versa. And these are pretty sought after units. It does have the front PTO shaft. It has a rear PTO. It has the auxiliary outputs, so you can hook up things like, I guess the best way to show it is here. You can hook up like attachments such as snow blowers or shovel or plows and other implements. And I've even heard that there's a bucket scoop for these things, which is really odd because it's such a small unit, but apparently you could get a bucket with that. Probably a holy grail component to this tractor. It probably would never be to find one. If you did, you probably couldn't afford it if you did. But nonetheless, they were pretty, they're pretty sought after. So we're going to try to do this one here some justice, and we're going to start by stripping all the body paneling off. We're going to remove all of that. I got to get the anti-slip pads. I got to order those. I got to order a new seat. I got to order another light fixture there. The whole bezel is out. It needs a serious cleaning, a deep cleaning. So we got to go get some oven off or some type of engine degreaser to get all the scale and everything off, the oil and whatnot. And that will also give us an opportunity to see if there's any other problems out there. It does need a new gas gauge here as well. This one here, obviously you can't see through the sight glass there, but looking at that, I mean, have you ever seen that much rust on a gas? This is the float. My goodness, man, that's a lot. So we're gonna have to flush that, and it smells horrible in there. I know the previous owner said that he put new fresh fuel in there, and I guess apparently he's been driving it. He allegedly ran when parked, right? So like I said, we did hear it run today, and so we know it does operate, but it needs some care. And we have the 750. 750 is running good. So there's not very much we need to do to her outside of keep her clean. We did get the roll bar, if you will, installed last night. I was going to do a video on that. I ended up not doing it. It was just not a good night for doing another video. But me and my brother Mike, he came over to the shop and we was able to get that one installed. Really good time hanging out in the shop, burning a couple cigarettes and playing some music and installing that roll bar. So that worked out really nice. So actually I'm getting ready to go see him right now. So which is why I'm not going to do any work on this, but yeah, I'm pretty excited to have it. I wanted this. Okay. So you're probably asking yourself, so what's up with all the John Deere tractors? Well, that big boy there was a once in a lifetime opportunity where we were able to do a good trade, and it was able to get that. I have a small quote unquote farm now, and I needed that tractor to do some grading on my driveway. I have a pretty long driveway, actually a very long driveway that crosses over a little ravine or a pond, and I needed to level out that. Which ties into the need to have this. So I got this because although that has an excellent turning radius, this here, obviously much smaller footprint, I can do more with it. And also it has the ability, it has a 2-point setup on here, hitch, but you can buy the linkages to make it a 3-point hitch as well, which we're going to do that. And then subsequently I can put a grater box on this guy here, and I don't have to use this massive blade. The blade is great for kind of like uprooting stone and trying to get things broken up. And then the 316 is more geared towards fanning everything out and doing the finishing work. So if you're into that kind of stuff, you're like, yeah, man, that sounds like something I would like to do, or maybe it's a project that you have, or maybe you're just kind of like into that agricultural thing. Check out Dig Drive DIY. It's Neil Koch, Koch, Dig Drive DIY. He's local to my area, believe it or not. I think he's probably like 30 to 45 minutes away from where I'm at. Family guy. I think I promoted his channel before. But good, honest, clean content. And that's what, we all want and need. And he was the one that inspired me to get the 750, and he was also the one that inspired me to get the 316. I think he has a 316 or a 318, and he referred to as Brutus. I think Brutus is no longer around, and I believe that he's transferring the good parts over to another tractor that he affectionately calls Bill, and Bill is currently in the process of being built. He's basically taken the engine from Brutus and put it into Bill, and Bill is a much better conditioned machine. So Neil, if you're somehow watching this video, if you have any 316/318 parts that I could use for my project here, please send me an email. Maybe I'll reach out to you as well later tonight and ask you if you have anything, but that would be awesome. So, but yeah, this is what we're going to be working on over the winter into the spring. I hope to have this unit completely done, meaning painted, all new parts installed, etc., and running by the end of February. That would be my goal because I want it ready to go by early spring, and then we can go from there. Looking forward to spring and summer coming. There will be a lot of farm auctions and things of that nature. So Once we get this project down and underneath our belt, I think we're going to be looking for some more things. We have a pretty big garden here on my property. We have, we grow corn, we got tomatoes, we've got green peppers, we've got green beans, we've got potatoes, apples, what I know I'm missing other things too, grapes, strawberries, etc. So we got a pretty decent setup. And I think the combination of these two units here will help us maintain a lot of that, as well as all the mowing and I've got like 3 acres of just grass that I have to keep up with. So I think these two, actually these won't be serving any type of traditional lawn care. This probably will do like small, like yard aeration or rolling and or, spraying for weeds or fertilizing. This will be used for that. That won't be used for any of that. I do have a 0-turn mower, a Husqvarna 0-turn mower that will be used for mowing the traditional stuff. But yeah, so nonetheless, this is a good project. I'm happy to share it with you guys. Hopefully you'll like it. Just something different. I've worked on cars, I've worked on trucks. I've built toolboxes from the start to finish, and why in the hell is my toolbox open over there? I got to figure that one out. But this one here is a little bit different. I've never built a tractor. I started to build one, but ended up moving, so that didn't work out. So this one here, we are going to finish and complete. So hang with me, guys. Let me know what your thoughts are initially on the new project. Do you have a 316? Do you have a 318 or a 400 series? Let me know what you think about it. And then I look forward to starting on this project here very soon. All right, guys, catch you in the next one. Peace.